Hey, what's popular, everybody? Okay, so we are back for the Luke Cage Netflix season 1 initial reaction. So I watched the first 4 episodes. So we're gonna do with the first 4 episodes, all right? First episode comes on. The pace is this is gonna be no spoilers. I'm gonna say the spoilers for the end. All right. So the first episode was kind of, you know what I'm saying? I liked it a lot. But it was just kind of, what I liked was the introductions you got to each character. I like how they brought you into the world of this current world that Luke Cage is in. His compadres, his friends, and everything that he works around. As you may well know, I don't think this is a spoiler. He's like working in a barber shop and a few other different places or whatever the case is. So they introduce you to like what his life is like now that he's relocated and he's working with these people or whatever the case is, working around these guys. He's making a new life for himself, but at the same time, kind of keeping away from everybody and keeping on the low, right? Really cool. The feel for it. Let's get into the introduction. The intro of the show, man, is fresh in the way that the Daredevil one is. They took some hints from it, but then kind of changed it a little bit, and they kind of really give you a nice introduction to the unbreakable skin type Man of Steel type feel. Not Man of Steel like Superman, but and the music is on point, yo. It's like such a great fusion between like golden era hip hop. Like they call it golden era now. Golden era hip hop, and then kind of like that old 70s kind of like the blaxploitation type days type film work, like with like the Mac and all of that stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of like a great fusion between the two. And the Luke Cage comic book character comes from way back in the day, so for them to actually tap back into that era is really cool, and how they fuse. I mean, there are some parts where it's kind of like there's some missteps there, and you can tell they're trying to get there. They're trying to get their stride and actually feel it out. But by the time you get to the 4th episode, they've definitely gotten their teeth sunk into it. They know exactly what they want to do with it, well, for the most part, right? So that's great. Cottonmouth, Mr. Stokes, yo, to me, that villain is the shit. I'm a fan of Remy. I'm a fan of Remy no matter what. So, I mean, I'm kind of biased in that way, but he does a great job with this role as Cottonmouth. Now, will he have powers? Will he not have powers? Because obviously, as I said, going back to the trailer, the Cottonmouth character stems from the Serpent Society. There were 2 actual Cottonmouth characters in the Marvel comics, right? One of them was more like a gangster type pimp looking character, and the other one was obviously Cottonmouth, the guy with the teeth and the claws and all of this shit, right? From what I read on the Netflix the bio, whatever for this show, whatever you call it, I don't fucking know, blurb, I don't know. They seem to be taking both of those characters and fusing them. And I think that Marvel was pretty much the same way, because that first initial character was kind of ambiguous anyways, right? And then Cottonmouth himself is ambiguous, the snake guy, right? So it's kind of a thing whereas it's like, you can tell they're just as lost in it as Marvel is. They're gonna fuse it all together, put it on a sandwich, and serve it to you, you know what I'm saying? But they do a good job of it. The guy playing the character does a good job of bringing the character to life. I love the energy that he gives the character. So yeah, that's that. You also get a lot of nods to some of these older, just like these sideline characters you typically wouldn't hear anything about or wouldn't know anything about. You get nods to them in this series. Like for instance, the character who's playing Cottonmouth, I'm about to say Cottonmouth, who's playing Cottonmouth's cousin, right? The Alfred Woodard. She's playing Cottonmouth's cousin, and the character's name is. Hold on, let me pause. I'm gonna look it up right quick. Okay, so I got the list of characters, and we're gonna do it like that, all right? And I'm actually gonna pull over the side so I can get this knocked out. So Alfred Woodard is playing Black Mariah. Google this character. I'm gonna put a picture in there. You'll see a picture of it. But Google this character. That fucking character looks crazy. Like, man, I do believe in the current time frame as the world is today, if this character was in comics and they were actually doing anything with him, and maybe she is, I don't know, motherfuckers would be mad because that character, dog, But Alfred Woodard does something with the character that's pretty wonderful. So, and she's a villain, but that's pretty cool. Theo Rossi is also when he played a character named Shades. Frank Whaley plays Raphael Scarf, and he is Misty Knight's partner. Misty Knight played by Simone Cook. The guy playing Cottonmouth, his name is Marshala Ali. I might be fucking that name up. And then, of course, you know Mike Holter is Luke Cage. And then we have Sonia Braga playing Soledad Temple. I want to say that's the Luke Cage's passed on wife or whatever the case is. That story is very, very interesting as well. You get into a bit of his history in the 4th episode. Okay, so I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't want to give you too much, but the energy on the show was really good. I do have an issue with how long it takes Luke Cage to get out of this bullshit about I'm not gonna stick my nose in this man's business. I'm gonna stick my nose in that business. Like, come on, man. But finally some shit happens and he has to step it up. He finally accepts the fullness of what he has to do and what he has to be and the responsibility of it. With great power, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. There are some bits, okay. The show is very urban. It's very urbanesque. I like it. I dig it. I don't know how many of you will like it. I'm waiting to see what the fallout is. How many people are like, I don't like that show. I don't like that. You know why? You just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see how that goes. But thus far, I'm pretty interested with the show. I'm pretty pleased with it. Episode 4 gets into some of his history, and that's the one I have the most issue with because it's like, this is some bullshit. Like, get back to the regular story. But maybe you like it. Maybe you like it. I don't know. Hit me in the comments below if you're down to episode 4. Tell me what you think about it. Hit me up. Let me know. Because as of right now, I don't think it's a bad episode. I just can't really get into it. I guess I was just like watching my wife like the show. I wonder why. But I was like, nah. Get it out of here. Get it out. I don't need it. Get it out of here. But we'll see what happens. Picking up my kid. I'll see what happens moving forward from there. Like, we're going to get into episode 5 and beyond today, right? So we'll see what's up with that. A few other things I want to touch on. What else? The energy between the cops, between the two officers, and the guy who's playing Misty Knight's partner, he's from like the 80s movies. Remember he had the movie about the guy who worked, he was a liar, like a big time liar, and he worked at some like department store, and he gets locked in the department store with this other chick who was like kind of like hiding out or some shit like that, and they have all this fun, and it's real cool. It's real cool. It's a real good 80s movie. Go back and check it out. But yeah, he plays the partner, and their energy is real cool. At first, like the first episode was kind of like, I don't know about that, but yeah, it really warms up, and I really dig it. But there's a scene, and I'm gonna ruin this for you. There's a scene where he's eating some tofu or some shit. I'm like, man, with chopsticks. I'm like, man, somebody get this guy a fucking fork. You know what I'm saying? So I can stop seeing him dial around with this shit. I can watch the actual show and get it going, right? But that's neither here nor there. It's pretty good. What else should we go into? Just to give you a few more points from the show. It deals with some issues in the urban environment that I like. You know what I'm saying? Luke Cage is like, yo, I'm not going to let nobody call me that name, blah, blah, blah. You'll see it later on in the show. And I thought it was pretty cool because as much... Let me just lay this out there. This is definitely rated R or rated NC-17 because there's some ass and some titties, some ass and titties. There's some ass and some titties and some big booty bitches, right? They're in there, right? That's a song. I'm not being disrespectful. They're in there. It's like a strip club scene, and they're in there, dog. And I was sitting and I was like, my wife was like, honey, I'm appalled by the fact they have this in there. How could they put that in there? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, the language and everything like that. So you might not want to watch it with your small kids. Unless you don't give a fuck if your small kids, you know, watch that shit. Watching ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, and big booty bitches. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, and you know, that's on you. But yeah. So just be forewarned on that. But again, energy is great. Show looks great. I haven't seen any references to the Daredevil show just yet. They have at this point referenced, you know, the other superpower guys from downtown. So that's kind of cool. There's just some real. man, it's like watching all of your favorite hip hop videos and hip hop movies from back in the day just all meshed together with a great superhero movie, and it's really cool, man. It's really cool. Episode 4, you do get a real dope classic nod, right? And I'm gonna leave that at that for you. The Misty Knight character, I'm really interested in seeing where they're gonna take it. Her and Luke get into it in the first episode. They smash in the first episode. That's a spoiler for you, fine, whatever. And she has some amazing upper body talent. I'll just say that. I'm really interested to see where they take that character, because she's supposed to have powers too. And then let's deal with the Cottonmouth having powers or not having powers in the Serpent Society. A few other characters are introduced that make you think that they're going to get into the Serpent Society, but having gone and did a little bit of research on some of the characters they name, it's possible not. I saw a whole different league of evildoers that they might bring into this show. I can't go any further into that without ruining it, so I don't know. But I'm really wondering what they're gonna do with Misty Knight. Will they just leave her as a detective, like a police officer? Because I think in the comics, her character is actually like a private eye type of person, detective type of chick or whatever, and she has some powers. But I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But I do like the update on the character. We'll see. So that's where we are right now on it. That's episode 1 through 4. That's kind of my reaction. I really like it. I really dig it. The momentum is good. Some spotty acting jobs here and there, but I can get past it. Nothing that's so terrible. There's a lot of breasts to be seen. So make it enjoy it as you can, because I enjoy it thoroughly. You know what I mean? And we'll see you back here for the full-on review. All right. Out of here. Oh, I got a haircut. Awesome. Protecting the world from the